Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome, guys. My name is Liaquat Zaman, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, enjoying yourselves. Let me just go onto Instagram, see what Insta people are saying. So it's Friday again. Ahlan wa sahlan. And as you guys know, on Fridays, you know what happens on Fridays? We have a live stream. Right, let's just check this out. Q and A. Ask questions. It's done. Yeah, so Alhamdulillah, guys. You know, I actually came back from cycling. That's why I look a bit sort of like disorientated. My car is in the garage. In the morning, I gave my car in for servicing in the garage, and they said they're gonna call me when the car's ready, but I don't know when that is. So I just thought I'd do a live stream and see how you guys are, and also answer some of your questions as well. And as you can see, I'm not in my normal Juma gear today because I had to cycle it to Juma today, and it wasn't a good experience because I was sweating a lot. Yeah, but you know, that's what happens. That's what you gotta live with the cycling. Right? Does the image look a bit extra clear today for some reason? I don't know. Actually, it seems to look quite clear there. Is it me? Is the light or is it the camera? B Humaira, alaikum assalam. Zamira, ahlan wa sahlan. Ahlan wa sahlan. I hope you're well. Hope Leicester is good. Actually, I was in Leicester this week. I actually went to Cambridge Mosque. Right, so Cambridge Mosque, mashallah, very beautiful mosque. Like it is definitely, when you go there, you will be impressed by the construction of the masjid and the way that they've put all those pieces of wood together and the light and all those things. The acoustics are very good as well. Yeah. So then from there, I went to Leicester. I ate in Leicester. I ate Konak. Oh, yeah, guys, I'm going to inshallah be going to Bradford next week. So inshallah, Bradford people, get ready. I'll be coming down to Bradford, inshallah ta'ala. Hope there's some nice places to eat there. Myself and husband were waiting patiently. Ahlan wa sahlan. Family of B Humaira, ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Kamran, ahlan wa sahlan to you as well. Yusuf Tariq, wa alaikum assalam. Tariq, mashallah. I pray Allah blesses you immensely on this day of Jumu'ah and accept all your hard work. Please pray for me as I have COVID. Subhanallah. Guys, make dua for our beloved brother Yusuf Tariq. Mashallah, Yusuf Tariq is probably, out of all you guys, is probably the oldest friend that I have. Yeah, probably. I don't know who else obviously is watching, but definitely Yusuf is the oldest friend that I know. Yeah, I don't know how many years it's been. We're going to have our 10-year anniversary. My brother Yusuf, 10-year friendship anniversary. We should have that, shouldn't we? Like, if you're friends with someone and you've been friends with them for like 10 years, you need to have your 10-year friendship anniversary. You can use your bike now. Yeah, no, but my new bike is still in the bike shop. Hopefully this weekend my new bike is going to get ready, and then I'm going to be riding, inshallah. It's much lighter. Like, I'll show you, inshallah. I'll take a picture of the two of them. Please, can you give your comments on Hashia Sawi on Jalalain? It's easy to follow. Only thing is sometimes you'll get a bit stuck on certain things. Yeah. What I would suggest is, look, this is my general sort of like rule. If there is any book that you want to attempt to try and read, go for it. Yeah. And you yourself, after reading, let's say 10 pages or 20 pages, you yourself know how many things you didn't understand. That way you can understand whether it's something which is difficult or not. Yeah. And Sawi, I remember when I was in madrasa, it's very small, it's not too big. It's got like some interesting points, some extra points. It's not really kind of an authoritative tafsir, but it's good to read on the side, definitely. If you want to read like Hashia on Jalalain, I would suggest if you get the Maktab al-Bushra print of Jalalain, the Hashia on there is very easy to read. Yeah. Bradistan, as they say. Yes, Bradistan, that's the one. Our 10-year anniversary will be next year, Ustad. We met November 2013. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So it's almost our 10-year anniversary, Yusuf. Muhammad Hussein wa alaikum assalam. What you telling me looking around me? That's the way, bro. That's the way, I know. So, I just look shattered. I do. Yesterday, I was just like knocked out cycling yesterday, hiking yesterday, played some badminton yesterday. This morning, I had to drop my car off, so I had to cycle it back. Put the bike in the car, and then got on the bike, came back. Then I cycled to Juma. So I've been like shattered. Right. Anyway. So Insta. Hope you guys are well on Insta. Ahlan wa sahlan. Muhammad wa alaikum assalam. I hope you're well. I'm very good. Thank you very much. I'm very good. Yeah, enjoying myself. The weather has taken a turn. So this week it's been raining pretty much. Yeah. Alhamdulillah, it is okay. Today is very nice weather, very sunny weather outside. But yeah, the weather has been up and down this week, like the roads of Birmingham, up and down. You're very active. You were active. That's the way, bro. You gotta be active. Yeah. So this tea has been sent to me from is it from Mozambique or Zimbabwe? I can't remember. Botswana. Was it Botswana? Well, somewhere down South Africa or around about South Africa. Very, very nice. Very nice tea. Too much sunshine makes a desert. Yeah, that's so true. Well, not necessarily. Some deserts. Yeah, I guess so. Depends what you mean by desert, but yeah. Need a bit of barish. Yeah, you got loads of barish. Rami Chai. Barish. That's the way, bro. Barish. Can you recommend a few mutun on Aqidah, i.e. level 1, 2, and 3? So I would suggest if someone wants to study Aqidah, then studying something like Aqidah Tahawiyah, Al-Fiqh Al-Akbar, and then after that depends what sort of like Aqidah you want to go into. Do you want to go into Ilm Al-Kalam? Do you want to go into Ilm Al-Hanabila, the Aqidah, Hanabila Aqidah Al-Athariyah, which they call it. Yeah, then there's some other sort of like texts. But generally, I mean, before anyone goes into Aqidah, I always tell them, have you studied the Quran cover to cover? This is the most important thing for any Muslim to do. Any Muslim, before going, because when you study Aqidah, the problem with studying Aqidah without having any background context is you don't understand where every masala fits in. So when you study Quran, that's the first thing you study, cover to cover all the Quran with a scholar. And then number two is you study the emergence of various groups in the history. Yeah, the emergence. So there's books that have been written like Al-Milal wa Nihal by Shahrastani, Fisal by Ibn Hazm. These kind of books give you an insight into what the whole concept of like the groups in Islam, early Islam was like. So factions and all these. Why did they pop up for? Why did Shiaism start? Why did Mu'tazila start? Why did the Khawarij start? What were the reasons? Who were the main figures? Where did they come from? So I personally think that's how Aqidah should be taught. If you really want to understand Aqidah, that's how you're going to have to understand Aqidah. Do you think Qasb really solves the problem of ikhtiyar and qadr? So it's basically Ash'ari's attempt. So the Ash'aris, they try to attempt to try and understand how do we differentiate between creation and between you create something. So Qasb is like a kind of thing that a person does, but we don't call it creation. Creation is attributed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sheikh, have you heard about Siddu Muswala? Is that considered Matyar? A Matyar? Siddu Musfala. I don't know what that is. Don't know anything about. Don't know what Matyar is, unless you're trying to say Mata or something. Do you think Imam Razi was a determinist? I'm not too sure, I haven't read too much on Razi, so I wouldn't be able to comment on that. So once I study more of Razi, then I'll let you know, inshallah. But I haven't really kind of like, I mean, when it comes to ilm al-kalam, I haven't really like studied or researched ilm al-kalam at a very deep level, like a level that I'd be comfortable with. So I've studied ilm al-kalam, but to study at a deep level, I would have to study it like, when I say deep level, what I basically mean a deep level is you study the beginning books, you study intermediate books, you study advanced books, and then you study the different like usul of each, the approach of each individual, like Ibn Rushd's approach or Ghazali's approach, or for example, like Imam Abu Bakr Baqillani's approach in certain Aqidah issues, and then it comes to like later people who came about. So Ibn Humam's approach as well. Some took it from his saying, Allah has chosen that we act on the basis of choice, kind of paradoxical. The Ash'ari position on Qadar is a bit like problematic from Maturidi's point of view anyway. Yeah, so it is a bit problematic. Check, is there similarities in Sikhism and Islam? Well, they both go to a place of worship. The men both have beards. They both wear turbans. What seems to have happened is Sikhism seems to have been an offshoot of Islam. There seems to have like just like you have Qadianism, and you have these sort of like disbelief, where people have, for instance, claim that they were Muslim, but unfortunately they've broken off from what Islam is about. So Baha'is is an example of those. Druze, there's a group called Druze as well, who you have in the north of or in Syria, north of Israel, and then you have like nowadays Qadianis and others, Ismailis as well. So a lot of these groups, this is how it started. They just kind of like created their own set of rules, and then they deviated and they went off. If I read tafsir such as Ibn Kathir or Sabuni Safa Tafasir, would that suffice if I cannot find a scholar? No, it wouldn't suffice. The reason why it won't suffice is because there are many things in tafsir that require an expert to clarify things for you. So let's say, for example, you read a whole tafsir, right? 60% of it you'll get, or maybe 70% you'll get. But there's going to be certain points which require clarification. Yeah, it's like, for example, trying to read a medicine book on your own. Yeah, you are going to come across situations where you're going to get stuck and you're going to make big mistakes in understanding what they're trying to say. So that's medicine. So imagine something like, the Quran, Allah's words. So, trying to understand the approaches, certain hadith, what the hadith means, So I would definitely say you should study it from a scholar. Even if you study like a large section of a tafsir, not all of the tafsir. You don't have to study tafsir from a scholar. Like you don't have to study tafsir book. Just learn the Quran from a scholar. Like you can go to a scholar and you can ask a scholar, can you explain the Quran to me just in a simple format? Simple format. Yeah, and they can cover the whole Quran in simple format, explain to you like main sort of like how we interpret certain the verses of the Quran. That's it. MashaAllah, this week as well we started Kitab al-Zakat. So Kitab al-Zakat started this week as well, MashaAllah, in Hidayah. So as for those of you guys who are unfamiliar, we actually do Hidayah lessons in the evenings in these holidays I've got. So those of you guys who are interested, who have studied Hanafi fiqh before, you can join the classes. Inshallah, classes are 10:30 p.m. in the evening on weekdays. Yeah, so at the moment we're going through the chapters of Zakat at the moment. In Faisal Tafriq, Imam Ghazali said, not only those who haven't heard of Islam, but also those whose message didn't reach correctly. Based on this, some said some in the modern day may be forgiven. Yeah, that's Imam Ghazali's famous position in Faisal Tafriq. Again, like others have criticized, even other Shafis after him have even criticized his position and not accepted this position that the concept of Islam not reaching, and that's why it's a kind of like a problematic. It doesn't solve the problem. Wa alaikum assalam, Tirate Malur. How are you? I'm very good, thank you very much. I hope your Malaysian weather is good. I heard that in Malaysia it's nice and hot. Yeah, so Muhammad, there's actually on YouTube, there's actually a guy from India who's done like a whole video. It's quite good, on this whole issue of Imam Ghazali. Let me try to find it for you. I came across it quite a while back. And he's done like a nice synopsis of what Imam Ghazali says, and then the problems from. He's a Shafi himself, so he's from like the south of India, where there's a lot of Shafis there anyway. Let me see if I can find it. But it's in Arabic, so hopefully you should be able to understand Arabic. Where is it? Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, I can't seem to find. Normally his videos pop up. Yeah. Anyway, if you remind me, maybe I'll in the week or so I'll try to have a look for it, but I can't seem to locate it now. Yeah, I can't seem to find now. But yeah, he's in a whole video, and he's actually like his position is a rebuttal to what Imam Ghazali says, and he apparently says that the Shafi position isn't this. I can't remember what his name is. He's Indian. He's a South Indian. I can't remember. He does like videos in Tamil and he does them in Arabic. So he was one of those kind of ones. Inshallah, if I find it, I'll keep a look and then I'll put it on the Telegram group. Yeah, I'll put it in the Telegram group. Just trying to see. I hate when this happens. You see something all the time, and all of a sudden, you don't see it anymore. Not that one, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that. Not that. No, not that. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, yeah. His name is Sheikh Dr. Abdul Nasir Al-Malibari. Malibari. Yeah, Malibari. Check that out. Dr. Nasir Malibari. And in one of the videos, he actually talks about this. Let's see if I can spot it quickly. Oh yeah, this is it. Bulugh al-Da'wah. Bulugh al-Da'wah. That's the one. Yeah, here it is. So you're lucky, Muhammad. See that? Took that time for you, bro. Yeah. Also, is tahajjud a sets of 2 or 4 according to the Hanafi madhab? You can do it both in 2 or in 4. Yeah, you can do it in 2s or in 4. If you need to pray and you are on the plane, do you pray your salah sitting? If you can't find a space to stand, you pray sitting. Yeah, you pray sitting. Okay, anyway, so Instagram, I'm gonna go off now. Instagram. So if you guys want to continue watching, you can watch on my YouTube channel, inshallah. So ahla wa sahlan, take care, guys. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, to tell the Instagram guys Q&A. Right, man wajad. Yeah, that's the one. Cool video, Cambridge Central Mosque. I shall be visiting soon. Yes. The only thing is, Cambridge Central Mosque, don't be too excited when you go there. There's not much to do there. There's just pray salat, and you probably in the 15 minutes you can do the whole tour of the whole thing. It's not that big, and there isn't really. I don't think there's any sort of like eating places outside there as well. They've got a small little like a room where they provide tea and coffee, and you can give donations as well. But don't like make your whole day plan thinking that right, I'm going to spend it in Cambridge College. Unless you want to take off there for the whole day, then ahlan wa sahlan. Wa alaikum assalam, Sufyan. Sufyan, get ready this week, yeah. Tuesday or Wednesday, inshallah. Tuesday, we're gonna go to Bradford, inshallah. Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday. You tell me which day is gonna be easy for you, and then inshallah we'll do a trip, bro. Jazakallah khair. Is text me then, inshallah. I remember Sheikh Faraz Rabbani saying in his 10 plus years of asking questions, only a handful have been on kalam, majority have always been on fiqh. Yeah, and that's the nature of, people's questions. Generally, people have questions about practical issues. Do you make up that salah after if you're praying sitting? I would say no. How to deal with fake Mahdi firqa? They say we can see Allah in this world. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. So then, therefore, just if these kind of groups, I don't really kind of deal with these kind of groups. Yeah, to be honest, because they kind of just cause more problems for people. And anyone who is a true Muslim, they know you can't see Allah in this dunya. Yeah, you can't see Allah. So therefore, that's clear. If they don't want to accept that, then I don't know what they want to do. I was very underwhelmed with the structure too at Cambridge Central Mosque. We're expecting more. Actually, I liked the structure. The structure was very nice, but it was small. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Does Salah Awabin include 2 rakats muakkada after Maghrib? Yes. I'll text you, inshallah. Sadi, appreciate the heads up, Sheikh Sufyan. Won't expect too much. Yeah. So it's good. Just go there, pray your Salat there, Zohr Salat or whatever Salat you want to pray. And then just enjoy the area. Is very nice, peaceful. Just maybe look for some local park or something you want to go to. Is there hadith stating that at the end of times people, non-Muslims, will meet to conspire, plot against Muslims? If you have knowledge, yes, you can Google it, my brother. If you Google it, you'll find this hadith. Yeah, look for the hadith, end of times hadith. Yeah, so brother, Mahdiyat is not Islam. Look for the end of time hadith, and inshallah you will find. Yeah, Allah. Yeah, so that's that, guys. Hopefully tomorrow, inshallah, those of you guys who are coming to Birmingham for the Sheikh Zahir Mahmoud's talk on Karbala, inshallah, we'll see you the guys there. Inshallah. Yeah, come down. We can meet up, hopefully. Yeah, tomorrow's that talk. Is there any... so say I am going to Morocco, I pray my Asr and Maghrib on the plane, and that's it. Yeah, that's done. No need for Qada. Yeah. You said you couldn't find. What did you type in, brother? Just type in Hadith, nations will gather against the Muslims. Write that. Nations will gather against Muslims. Where are you from, brother Mahdiyat? Which part of the world are you from? Yeah, Allah. Yeah, so weather's been very nice. Like I said, yeah, very enjoyable. So what's been the latest with you guys? Oh, by the way, I bought this new sort of like wall. I'm gonna take a picture, put it on Telegram. I bought this new wall organizer. Yeah, it's really good. It's nice, looks nice as well. You've probably seen some YouTubers, they have it in the background, yeah, where you can hang sort of like containers on there and put small little pieces in there. So I was thinking of getting a big one for the background over there. Yeah, massive. But then I thought, you know what, maybe that might not actually like look good. Look a bit too sort of like techie. Yeah. So I don't know. Can you see that thing in the background here? This stand over here. This stand basically is a normal stand, and then on top it's got teleprompter. So I used to use that quite a lot. Teleprompters are basically where, if you ever watch the news where they read off the screen. So you have the camera in the back, and then you have the screen, and then you can put your device, phone or your iPad there, and then it just shows the writing, and you can kind of like read off the screen. Basically, it's like one of those ones. I'm from Hyderabad, India. Yeah, mashallah. We have our brother Umran normally is here from Hyderabad. Right now, planning to work dawah for this sect. I too belong to that sect. Oh, you belong to that sect, yeah. So, what I would suggest is look, find a local scholar, find some local scholars, and study the Quran properly with them. This is the best thing. The Quran is never wrong. Yeah. So, what I would suggest is go and study the Quran properly from someone, inshallah. Is it okay to pray sitting if you're on traveling in a car on a long journey and the driver can't stop, not necessary to be facing Qibla? Yeah, if there is a necessity, there's no way to stop, then you can pray like that. Yeah, if there's no way to stop, then you can pray like that. However, I would say just to be on the safe side, you can repeat that salat. Yeah, because it's a bit different from the plane masala, because the plane you clearly can't stop. There's no real way. But here, if you are absolutely sure that he can't stop and you tried, delaying the salat as much as possible, then it's fine, pray in the car. And the Qibla, you don't have to face the Qibla. Have you been to Bosnia, Ustad? No, I haven't been to Bosnia. But I do know an organization that is going Bosnia. It's called Sabil Tours. Sabil Tours. Yeah, so Sabil Tours. Check them out, Google them. And Sabil Tours. Give my name as well, they know me. Sabil Tours. Yeah, I think it's called Sabil Tours. Check them out. Sayyid Muhammad Jamburi is the man who claimed himself as Mahdi 500 years back. Right now, there are a lot of people in this sect. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. NS, ahlan wa sahlan. I was in a plane, Ryanair yesterday at Maghrib time. I prayed sitting, but there were some brothers who went to the kitchen and prayed there. I felt really weak. No, it's fine. Yeah, so because some people are shy to pray and it's understandable. So it's fine. You pray sitting, inshallah, it's accepted. If ever you feel as though, I don't know if my salat's been accepted like that, then always just on a safe side, you can pray qadha. But when I go on a plane and I know there's no space to stand, it's going to cause a lot of inconvenience, then I just pray sitting. Aman, Molvi, if you can go back in time, which place you choose to learn the deen? The Prophet Sallallahu time, of course. TXH, wa alaikum assalam. What is the latest time for Dhuhr prayer? Just before Asr starts. Before Asr starts. قال الإمام الغزالي من أشد الناس غلوا وإسرافا طائفة من المتكلمين كفروا عوام المسلمين وزعموا أن من لا يعرف الكلام مهرف ولم يعرف أدلة شرعية بأدلتنا التي حررناها فهو كافر. فهؤلاء يضيقوا رحمة الله الواسعة على عباده. Definitely. نعم صدق الإمام غزالي. Is this ruling also valid on the train? Again, yes, the same concept on a train. If you can't find a place to stand, then you sit and pray. Jazakallah khair. You're welcome, Zamira. Umar wa alaikum assalam. I hope you're well. I'm very good, Umar. 0121. Sheikh, what's the difference between Ash'ari and Maturidi creed? Is following any other creed right? Yes, they're both correct. Inclined towards Athariya creed. Athariya creed is fine as well. Fresh Prince wa alaikum assalam. Ahla wa sahlan. Akhina al-Kareem in Pakistan. لعلك بخير. ماذا أفضل لونك؟ أفضل لوني اللون الأحمر. لا أدري. يعني هذا اللون يختلف حسب الشيء. فمثلا أفضل لون في الغرفة ممكن اللون الأزرق، وأفضل لون في الملابس ممكن لون الأسود، أو ممكن أفضل لون في السيارات ممكن لون الأسود، أو يعني هذا يختلف حسب الشيء. وماذا تفضل من الألوان? I was praying Salah congregation for Asr and I accidentally read aloud. Do we have to repeat? Depends how much you read aloud. If it was a little bit, like just a few ayahs, then it's fine. If it's a lot, then you should pray Sajda Sahw. I heard you said about Morocco just now to learn Quran. Can you explain back? Morocco to learn Quran? No, I didn't say that. I once told a guy on Qatar Airways I need to pray, but then I prayed sitting. Then after a while, the attendant came and said he was sitting for me to get up as I had asked him about space at the back. Subhanallah. Assalamu alaikum, Umran. Ahlan wa sahlan. Hope you're well. Went to badminton today. I think a few days a week, mashallah. Umran, you're going to be proper fit then. Yeah, you're going to go walking around. Mahdiyat, this is our brother Umran from Hyderabad as well. Umran, this is Mahdawiyat from Hyderabad as well. So I thought I'd introduce you guys to each other. I think Muslim airlines may be more used to people getting, yeah, but sometimes it does cause inconvenience because they have to bring food out at certain times and they have to, people have to queue up for toilets. So it does sometimes cause a lot of inconvenience on some planes. What's the difference between Ash'ari, Maturidi, Creed, Sheikh? There's not much difference. There's only a few points of difference. Yeah, but again, this is not the time to discuss. Like, this is like asking, can you please explain Sahih Bukhari to me? Yeah, so unfortunately, this kind of discussion isn't for answering questions. Basically, just answering easy questions that you guys have, simple questions, straightforward ones. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah, Arabic and Suhail. If a teacher abroad who you pay fees for lessons asks for something pricey, such as a smartphone, and says he will pay you back, does the student take the money back or gift it? Yeah, you can take it back. It's fine. It's up to you. It depends what kind of relationship. I mean, if my teacher ever asked me for something, I would never ever take money from him. Yeah, I would always from my pocket. But it really depends what kind of relationship you have with your teacher. Yeah, so definitely you can take the money back. It's totally fine. Is Ahl Hadith one of the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah like Maturidi and Ash'ari? So it depends. What do you mean by Ahl Hadith? Do you mean like Imam Bukhari? Muhammad Prairie, wa alaikum assalam. Ahlan wa sahlan. Long time, my brother. Long time. MashaAllah. Shayma Khan, wa alaikum assalam. If a person accidentally eats haram, does their prayers? No. So if it's accidental, then it's fine. The prayers are accepted, inshallah. They do tawbah because they knew they did wrong. So as long as you done tawbah, inshallah, prayers accepted. Sheikh, my real name is Sayyid Wajahad. Thanks for helping me out introducing with brother Umran. Hope to meet him online someday. Why not meet him in real someday, brother? If you're in Hyderabad. I don't know how big Hyderabad is. Which tea and chocolate today? Today, no chocolate. Today, I don't have any chocolate today. But I do have tea today. Today, the tea is Rooibos Honeybush. Rooibos Honeybush, whatever that is. Tastes very nice. So what's your opinion on studying one-on-one with the teacher for a year who only speaks Urdu? It depends. If it's a very good teacher, then definitely. Yeah. The main thing is, look, anytime anyone wants to study from someone, always remember, if the teacher is worth it, if the teacher is very good at explaining things and he knows his stuff and he's very good at explaining, then go for it. Study by him. A big mistake people make is they think just because someone is a big scholar in the world, he'll be good at teaching things. And that's not always the case. Sometimes a big scholar in the world doesn't have time, or a big scholar in the world it does not find it easy to teach beginner stuff. Yeah, so you can teach advanced things, but beginner things he finds it difficult to explain. I've seen that a lot of times. So I would say, look, if you are comfortable, if you believe that this person is someone who really knows his stuff and can explain it well to you, then go for it, especially if you know Urdu. Imam Bukhari and people nowadays follow him. That's fine then, inshallah. Imam Bukhari's Aqidah was totally fine. Adam wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. दास्तान हूँ मैं एक तवील मगर तू जो सुन ले तो मुख्तसर भी हूँ. अच्छा, वाह वाह वाह. तवील मगर तू जो सुन ले तो मुख्तसर भी हूँ. Are you going to say any series for adab of student of knowledge? Not at the moment. Yeah, not at the moment. I haven't planned anything for that. I did have a series which was on akhlaq that I was doing a while back of Ibn Hazm's, but I just like kind of paused on that. Yeah, Muhammad, remember that one? If a person gives an oath to pray 20 rakats tahajjud by Allah, if he passes his exam and he passes, but he oversleeps and misses that qiyam, then he does it next day. So did he say which day he's going to do on? Did he say which day? Ahlan wa sahlan. Muhammad Prairie, in general, what should the focus be in first year? The first year focus should be on sarf, nahu, and being able to read Arabic books. Those are the three main things that you should focus on in first year. That's the most important thing. Make sure by the end of the year, basically, you want to be able to identify any verb in the Quran and break it down. You want to be able to understand, you want to be able to do like a grammatical analysis of an ayah easily. And number three is if someone put an Arabic text in front of you, like a newspaper, or a magazine, or a book, you should be able to at least translate 60-70% of it, yeah, with the aid of a dictionary. If you can do that, you benefit from your one. Biking these days, yeah, I did biking today. Yeah, I went actually Juma. I went Juma biking Juma. I think Darul Qasim College's way of teaching Arabic and Fard Ain in Arabic is a good foundation for the big books. Okay, Darul Qasim Colleges. Okay, I don't know how did they teach? Do you have like a link maybe? Send me a link. Weather was really nice when I was in the UK. Yeah, it was very nice. Today's very nice as well. This week it's actually been raining a bit. Adam feeding. Okay. When's your next Quduri lesson? When have you started Quduri yet? Indeed, Sheikh, waiting for the Imam's Sadaqa Jariyah to begin again. Ihya of I know, bro. Basically, the bulugh of da'wah has reached you, yeah? The bulugh of da'wah of my book has reached my class has reached you, so that's it. Make sure to click like, everyone, guys. Make sure you hit like. Yeah, we want more likes. Yeah, he did specify the day. Isn't enough Nahu and Sarf for possible can read Kitab only like Nahu Wadih? Is it enough Nahu and Sarf? It depends. There's two Nahu Wadihs. There's a beginner's Nahu Wadih. There's an intermediate Nahu Wadih. I think there's an advanced one as well. I would say if you study the intermediate advanced one, that should be enough Arabic grammar. And then reading is just going through books and getting someone to correct you. Yeah, link it to me, inshallah. Definitely. Yeah, so alhamdulillah, my holidays are almost coming to an end as well. And tomorrow, basically, we have, for those of you guys who are local to Birmingham, we have an open day for our full-time course. Yeah, so those who are interested in joining the full-time course, full-time Alamiya course in Asufa, you can come down, you can find out how the course works. You might want to think about joining, or you don't have to join. You can just find out, inshallah. You can ask the teachers questions about the studies there. And I think that is like something like really important nowadays for people to understand what the Alamiya course is all about. Yeah, Fadil Sheikh, New Arman, Ahlan wa Sahlan, wa alaikum assalam, Irfan Bahi. Mahdi Sayyid, Brother Sayyid, how reliable is IOU Islamic University? I have no idea. I have not checked them or seen their syllabus or what they actually produce. He made an oath to pray tahajjud that specific day. Yeah, so if he missed that, then what he has to do is basically give the kafara of the oath. Yeah, so he's got a, kafara of the oath is basically fast feeding 10 people or clothing 10 people, or if you can't do that, then fast 3 days. What times do you go to sleep, Sheikh? Usually, to be honest, usually I go to sleep between 12 and 1. Yeah, so that 12:30, quarter to 1. I finish the class about 11:30, and then I do some reading, and then by the time I wind down, and then it's about like 12:30 or something, and then go to sleep. Yeah. I would like to go to sleep earlier, but it's just the way my day's structured. Do you know Sheikh Ramzi Al Habib, principal of Hassanain, Pakistan? I have met him. Yeah, I've met him. Yes, can describe him a bit. Yeah, so Sheikh Ramzi is from Tunisia. He's originally from Tunisia. I didn't know he was a principal of Hassanain. When I was there, he was a teacher there. He was just a teacher. But yeah, he was mashallah there, and I think he's teaching Nahu and Balagha. Yeah, mashallah, is a very adept teacher. Yeah, very able teacher, mashallah. And studies at Hasanain are very good as well. I had a few friends that studied there as well. Uh, Please check you inform us after doing your research because they are offering good online Islamic syllabus. Okay, I don't have time to do research, but in the future, inshallah, if I ever do research, then I'll let you know. Do you have screen time before bed? Uh, well, I read a lot of my books from my iPad, so it's kind of like easy for actually. If I had my iPad, I showed you a lot of my notes. Oh, I think I put some of my notes up once. So yeah, so I do a lot of reading from my iPad, making annotations, notes, cutting and pasting notes, and putting them all together. But I try not to like. I try to avoid trying to like using the Facebook and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. Does feeding 10 people have to be consistent or can it be done at various times and points? Yeah, it can be various times and points. You can actually do it online as well. So online, some of these contact these charity organizations, they actually do it for you. So you send them money, and in a poor part of the world, they'll feed poor people. Linked it, Jazakallah khair. What time of Friday is the time for accepting dua? There is a difference of opinion. There's about 40 opinions. Imam Suyuti has mentioned 40. But the two strongest ones are between where the Imam sits, and the stronger than that is just before Asr. Just before Asr Salat. Arman Hussein, please can you give some advice for students studying Sarf and Nahu? I would suggest watch my videos on Nahu, watch my videos on Sarf. The main thing you want to achieve from Nahu and Sarf is you want the ability to be able to, like I said, identify any verb in the Quran and to be able to break it down. And the main thing you want to understand in Nahu is to be able to do a grammatical breakdown of any verse. So any verse, take any verse. Is this a mubtada? Is it a khabar? Is it a fi'l? Is it a fa'il? What vowel does it take? All that. Generally, I mean, that's how any of you guys are interested in learning how to understand the Quran, understand the Arabic language. I've got a course called the 17 lessons. Yeah, 17 lessons, Quranic Arabic 17 lessons called. I've got another one which I teach so far, which is like a 34 lesson one. 34 lesson. We actually go through the last 15 surahs of the Quran as well, the application. We do a lot of detail. I might start offering that one on my Uruk. Yeah, that's actually 34 lessons. So I might start offering that instead of the 17 ones. 17 ones is going to for those who want short. This one is more application. And it's been very useful for people. Alhamdulillah. I mean, I'm not blowing my own trumpet or anything, but I've seen a lot of students benefit from it. Maulana Bilal from Chicago was there. Yeah, Maulana Bilal studied there as well. Sorry for the question. Are you married, Sheikh? Yes. I also recently heard that medical insurance is permissible in recent times by Mufti Council due to Urf. I don't know. It depends which country you're in. So if there is like shadid haraj, difficulty, hardship, then possibly. But it just depends on situation. Physical or PDFs, which do you prefer? I actually like PDFs, because it's much more easier to annotate for me. Yeah, I can like copy and paste. I can like, cut things out. I can highlight, color things in. I can have everything in one place. I can quickly check it. So for productivity, you know, unfortunately, the PDFs are much more easier for me. Ustad, how does one make up for a broken fast? Is it punishable? A promise to Allah? So again, it depends. Look, an oath. If you make an oath, you have to say something. If you don't say anything, then it's not an oath, right? So what is an oath? Is when you say, for example, that that Wallahi, by Allah, I will not do this. By Allah, I will not do this. You say it. Not in your head. You gotta say it. Once you've said it, if you break that, if you go against what you said, that means you've broken your oath. And the consequence of breaking your oath is you have to either feed 10 poor people, yeah. So you send money to a charity organization, they'll feed 10 poor people on your behalf, or you clothe them. If you can't do that, then you fast for 3 days. Yeah. But if you just made a promise to Allah, you say, Ya Allah, I promise you I won't do this again. That's not an oath. That's a promise, that is. So there's no sort of like expiation for that. Apparently, the blue light from screen tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime. Have you noticed? So what I do with my screen is actually have on my screen on all the time on that that blue light mode, where it eliminates the blue light, so it has like an orangey tint to it. So I used to actually feel that the blue light used to kind of stress me, and then once I got rid of that, it just like felt so much more better. So it's permitted medical insurance USA. One guy was charged. Yeah, so that's why I said it depends situation, depends on the country as well, place where you are on Haraj. Link for courses there, so you can see at the bottom here. So at the bottom here, you can see my YouTube channel. It's called Roots of Knowledge, and also uruk.com. Yeah, uruk.com is the website. There is. Yeah, there is uruk.com. Who is your favorite ulama right now? My favorite ulama are my teachers. Yeah, my teachers are my favorite ulama at the moment. Aman, who is your favorite teacher, my brother? Yeah, so that's been my week, guys. Yeah, my desk is looking a bit clean today. Yeah, Asha, these are my earphones. Yeah, these are the bone. As I was telling you guys, I use this for cycling. Yeah, I use it all the time now. Yeah, so these are where the sound actually goes through the bone. Yeah, so instead of going through your ear, you hear the sound through your bones. Yeah, you put it over here like this. You see, it's not in my ear, and it's bone conducting, so the sound goes through your bones. So when you're riding and doing sports, it's very good because you can hear everything around you, so it doesn't cause like distraction. Your opinion on Sheikh Asim, and we listen and follow him. I would say don't listen to him. Yeah, he's not an expert. He's not a scholar. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, so he's not an expert. He's not a scholar. I've spoken to people who are actually from Saudi, and they've said he's not an expert. He's just become famous because he knows English, and he kind of like has picked up a following. But I would say don't listen to him. Avoid him. The thing is, because look, general public, they don't know who to listen to, right? Well, generally, when they see a lot of people sharing someone's material, they'll think, oh, this guy's a good guy to listen to. And that is something which actually can cause problems, because general public cannot they don't have the ability to be able to gauge which scholar is like correct in his understanding of the deen, and which not scholar, but obviously all scholars should be understanding of deen, but which sort of like influencer online. And you could say that about me as well. How do you know what I tell you is correct? Right? The only way that you can understand if you know me very well, or if you've got other people who are reputable people who know me very well and they've told you. That's the only way. What's the headphones called? So these, you can get various types. These ones are called aftershocks. You can get ones called shocks. You can get ones called aftershocks. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see or not. Yeah, but these ones are called aftershocks. I'm gonna hide my face because this keeps. Yeah, they're called aftershocks anyway. You can get various ones. So there's different types that you can get. The highest range ones are the shower-proof ones. Why do you need shower? These are sweat-proof. You get shower-proof ones, which are basically when it rains, they won't get damaged. What Ibn Taymiyyah book do you love to read? There's a lot of his books, mashallah, very good. Majmu' al-Fatawa, his al-Nubuwat, his book on what else does he have? Yeah, Allah. He's got loads of books. It's not coming to the top of my head now. Salam alaikum salam. He mainly promotes. I don't know. Mahdi, you seem to be asking, like, it seems as though you're not. You're either trying to test me whether I like Salafis or not, or I don't know. Yeah, Mahdi Sayyid. I don't know whether you're trying to test me or. How far do you cycle? So it just depends. Usually it's between like 20 miles, 30 miles a week. But sometimes like you do 60 miles or more. Uh, Halal mortgage is being offered in the UK, but it's 3 to 5 times expensive than the conventional mortgages. What should one do in this scenario? If a person is not able to be able to provide themselves a house to live in, uh, and they've tried more Islamic alternatives, they've tried renting, and it's not feasible for them, then as a last resort, it's permissible to get the normal mortgage, but it's only if there is no other option, to live in. So how do we know that someone's expert in that? That's the thing. How do you know? You can't know. That's the scary thing. The general public can never know if a person's an expert. There's no way. Like, how do we know a doctor who comes on the screen? He just wears a white coat and he's got a stethoscope around his neck. How do we know that he's a reliable doctor or not? There's no way to know. The only way you can know is if other reliable people have vouched for him. Yeah, this is why, like, I put all my videos up. You can check all my videos, all my lessons, and everything. I put it up. Yeah, and that way you can see, like, if I know my stuff in that particular subject. This is the only way that you can know if a person has studied certain thing. Like, if someone calls themselves a Maulana or a Sheikh or a Mufti, whatever, that's just a label, that is. But to be able to prove that, can that person really explain that subject, that's something which obviously is a difficult thing for the layperson. Kaz, wa alaikum assalam. Some scholars do cringe action like drink water from scholars' hands. Is this something that is okay? Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's not necessary for you to do at all. If you don't like doing it, totally fine. It's not like you're a sinner or anything. Uh, um, Again, it's not something that has to be encouraged at all. This is just something which is out of love. Like, if you have a love for a particular scholar, sheikh, and you want to drink from his hand, that's fine. But it's not something which you say this is rewarding, or this is considered to be something which all Muslims should do. No. If a charity is run by Shia, but they are doing good work on certain things, I don't know. Wallahu alam. Because right now I was studying them. That's the reason. Okay, you're welcome. Regarding Ibn Abbas and Ibn Taymiyyah as independent scholars, was there? Again, I don't know about. See, I haven't really studied Bin Baz. I haven't studied Bin Uthaymeen. You just hear certain things that they've said. Yeah, one of my teachers, Sheikh Mufti Abdul Rauf Ghaznawi, who's actually a teacher in Banouri town. He's a hadith teacher. He actually studied by Sheikh Sheikh Salih ibn Uthaymeen. Yeah, who's passed away now. He studied by, and he said that he found him to be a very good scholar, very pious scholar. Now, you're going to get scholars who have their own certain views on certain things. That's a separate issue. So my teacher, who is a very well-known scholar in Pakistan, Dr. Sheikh Abdul Rauf Ghaznavi. How do I increase myself in discipline? I don't know. Organize your day, my brother. Organize yourself. Cut down on social media. If you are spending 3 hours a day on social media, you are not going to be productive. Take that as a general rule. If anyone spends 3 hours a day, that's including WhatsApp, that's including Facebook, that's including Twitter. If you are spending 3 hours a day on social media, you are not going to be productive. Like, it's not really possible. Unless, obviously, your job is like social media. I asked a scholar once about how to know if a scholar, he said other scholars. Yeah, that's it. That's the only way that I can think of you can verify someone. Do you lead Tarawih? No, I'm not a Hafiz. And I asked about, because I was planning to do Islamic degree with them. Anyway, I'm going to finish now, guys. Jazakumullah khair. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you guys, keep you guys all happy. Tomorrow, inshallah, I don't know if there's going to be a live stream tomorrow. I'm not too sure. Yeah, because there's going to be the event in Asufa. So I might be there. But otherwise, inshallah, I'm hoping that there is a live stream tomorrow so that you guys can ask your questions. Anyway, besides that, guys, take care, inshallah. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Oh, Ayan had a question. Walaikum assalam. Is there any scope for combining Salah when traveling? Is it difficult to pray on the plane? Possibly, yeah. Possibly. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys. And I will see you guys next time. Live stream from us. Oh, yeah, I can do that, can't we? Maybe, my brother. All right, guys, take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.